Good morning, good evening, wherever you're at today. Tim Mix from Mix Aircraft Solutions with Mr. Mark Lee right here.
How you doing?
We are working on his 1947 Cessna 140, the mini wagon. That's probably backwards, huh? Anyway, let's show you what we did. We tore apart all the internal wiring. We took out the keys, polished the keys. We put a new beauty plate on it. But most importantly, we updated the fuses to circuit breakers. I'll throw some pictures in there, but so Mark, what do you think so far?
Amazing. The difference is huge. Just that plate, I mean, was unbelievable. And all that, the polished keys look great. That was a ton of work and worth every bit of it. Because now we've got flexibility. We can add things. We don't have those fuses rattling around that you couldn't find them anymore. And the fuse holders were getting corroded. We don't have to worry about that.
So it's all updated to circuit breakers. So if something trips, you can isolate it. It's not like, oh, what wire do I look for?
Exactly.
If your radio goes out, or if your turning bank stops working, you can know that there's a short or something going on. So, but it, like Mark said, it's a lot of work. You got to tear all that wiring out, and you got to splice into some of this old stuff. You got to figure out which wire is wire, where it goes. These are landing light wires. And then we figured out what the solenoid wire was and the field wire. And of course, what we're doing, what started all that, is that nice new plain power alternator. So hopefully he'll be going home and he'll be screaming with electrical coming off of his tail. He'll be producing so much electricity.
I'll sell it to the city.
Power your home with that 50 amp alternator.
Exactly.
So what do you think as an experience of doing this? Somebody could do it by themselves, or?
I could not have done this by myself. You are the man as far as knowing what was what. The problem with these old airplanes is that they're all different, and people have worked on them for a long time. And they've done all kinds of stuff, so it's a mess of wires. Nothing is labeled, and I would not have known how to go about doing this. That was a huge task, especially bridging the circuit breakers and changing the entire way the electrical energy gets to the panel. So yeah. I learned enough in the last 3 days to last me a while.
Yeah, the way it was set up with the generator versus the way it goes together with the plain power is that there's a little extra wiring, and you got to figure out how to tap into that. And with a bunch of soldered fuse holders, there's nothing that you can just screw into. To do it right, you got to tear it all apart, and you got to make it so it works and it's safe. Because otherwise you have a potential fire hazard if something short circuits, and then you're on fire, and then your 78-year-old airplane is going down in flames. So it's real important that everything is secured properly, out of the way of the controls, and you have the proper rating of the circuit breakers, and get it so it all works together. So anyway, we'll hopefully be done really close tomorrow, because you want to try to go home on Saturday. Yeah,
that's the hope. We'll see.
Well, hopefully the weather holds out.
Yeah, that too.
Well, anyway, take care. God bless. Have a good day.